Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Poke Resort. As you guys know, two trailers came out today, the Japanese and the English version of the new information that we got today. So what we're going to be doing is we're not going to cover the trailers because you guys already saw them. Sometimes you guys don't know is that there's a lot more information on their website. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to dig a little bit more deeper to find out all the information that we got from the trailers today. We're going to find even more on their website. So let's just go to the website. So as you guys can see here, this is all the stuff you guys get a chance to see because they updated a lot of stuff, to be honest with you guys. So we're going to click on the new Pokemon first. So first thing we can go over is the Alolan Raticate. Since we already know about the Alolan Rattata and Alolan Raticate, it was just expected that we were going to get it. So the Alolan Raticate looking pretty fat, but there is a reason for that. So if you go to the description for the Alolan Raticate, it says, because urban areas are their main habitat, the diet is higher in calories than ordinary Raticate. As a result, they have become hefty. Alolan Raticate prefer to eat only fresh fruits and high-class ingredients. There are rumors that a certain top-notch restaurant takes advantage of Alolan Raticate's taste buds by bringing it along when choosing ingredients to buy and having it taste test new dishes. Alolan Raticate continuously stockpile huge amounts of food in their nests. They mostly prefer to send out Alolan Raticate to gather food while they themselves stay home in their nest and just eat. So this is kind of like, think of a old school king, just a really fat king, sends all of its knights or whatever to go get its food, and he just chills on his throne and just pigs out and just happy about life. That's basically what this Raticate is getting to me. It's evolved, it's become powerful, it has the little Raticates do its dirty work for him, and it eats and just enjoys what they're sending him. So one last thing to note is that Alolan Raticate is the totem Pokemon for Pokemon Moon, I believe, and then the sun is Yungoos, or the evolution of it, if I didn't get the name right. But that's what to expect with the Alolan Raticate. So if we head back, we can go to a couple more new Pokemon. So here we have Jangmo. So this is going to be this is a dragon Pokemon. It is the scaly Pokemon, as you guys can see the scales. Now this Pokemon looks like it's the first stage of possibly 2 or 3 stages. Just by the looks of it, it looks more like a pseudo legendary. So we can just see this may be the Larvitar of the pseudo legendaries, basically, by the Alolan region. So Jangmo has the pride of a warrior. Although it remains humble about its capabilities, in its pursuit to become stronger, it never neglects its training. Because Jangmo uses the scales on its head for both offense and defense, it never turns its back to its enemies. Many trainers see this behavior and take it as proof that Jangmo is a valiant Pokemon. They gather in harsh locations like canyons where no other people or Pokemon are around to live together as they train. So this is just going to be, sounds like it's going to be a very powerful Pokemon that we can expect in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And this is a very good looking Pokemon too. Love design, so I can't wait to see what this is going to be like. I just hope it's not like one of those weak Tyrantrums, something like that. I hope it's actually like a good dinosaur Pokemon for once. So here we have the weirdest name in the history of Pokemon, Type Null. And don't forget the design. This may be the weirdest design I've ever seen. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad one, but it's definitely completely out there where I would never have seen this design become a Pokemon, basically. So it is a synthetic Pokemon, which means that this has been created. Even though, I swear to God, I think it is an Eevee that evolved, but someone just used all the stones at the same time, and that's our final product. This is what we got, and it was so crazy they just named it Type Null. But so this Pokemon is wearing a mask has been dubbed Null, meaning nothing. So which is kind of interesting. So maybe they made it nothing. I'm not sure what to say about that. But the shapes of its front and hind legs are very different, or clearly different. The reason is that Type Null was constructed to synthesize the strengths of various Pokemon, enabling it to adapt to any situation. The mask fitted to Type Null's head is a piece of equipment designed to control its latent powers. It's extremely heavy, so it serves to hinder its Type Null's agility. So it's going to be a very bulky Pokemon, what sounds like, but it's going to be slow, so just expect that in the competitive scene. To complete a certain mission, there was a need for a Pokemon powerful enough to rival those Pokemon often spoken in mythology. So spoken in mythology, you could think of a mythical Pokemon possibly, where like the Victini, Jirachi, Celebi, Mew, those are the mythical Pokemon, so maybe this was to combat the mythical Pokemon in the Alolan region. But this is saying in mythology, so this may be a powerful Pokemon that's been spoke of before, which can range from the legendary Pokemon as far as Solgaleo and Lunala, or it could go down to I think what's the other one, Marshadow, that we haven't heard of but we just know the name of, or possibly something that we'll be talking up in a little bit in this video. So, oh, that's Cutiefly, so we have officially reached that. And by the way, as far as Cutiefly goes, I'll just put up a picture. This is what Cutiefly's evolution is. We caught that thing in the trailer, so if you guys missed that, there you go. But one other thing to notice is, as we go through here, is we can actually just go straight to the other Pokemon that has been discovered. So this could be the Pokemon that Type Null may be created to go against. So a mysterious presence threatens the Alola region, which is the Ultra Beast. So that's kind of like a new species of Pokemon, if you want to put it that way. So in the Alola region, rumors are flying about mysterious creatures known as Ultra Beasts. Ultra Beasts possess mighty powers and could pose a threat to humans and Pokemon, so they are feared. It appears that the Aether, I believe that's pronounced, Aether Foundation is also conducting research on these Ultra Beasts. We'll get to the Aether Foundation in a little bit. According to rumor, multiple Ultra Beasts exist, each of them called by a code name. So one thing to note here, I'm pretty sure every other YouTuber has covered this so far, but it does kind of have a silhouette or appearance of the trainer Lily. Now, Trainer Lily, she is a mysterious trainer, as they said at the very beginning when we were first introduced to her. So this could be something to do with her. I'm not going to get to any other detail than that because I plan on making another video specifically talking about this combination, where there's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to be involved in, just how they're going to relate to each other, or multiple different ways where they could relate to each other. So I'm not going to dig any deeper than that, other than just reading the description of this new Pokemon. So UB1, another very interesting name for Pokemon. UB1's body is composed of glass-like substance. However, it's constantly changing shapes and never settling in at one. One thing you guys can expect in the video is something to do with, maybe this has a connection with Lily, which is assumed, but let's just say it had a different connection with a different trainer. Maybe it was able to change its body to look like that. So just because it has the silhouette of it doesn't mean that it can't be related to anything else. So maybe there's just a specific situation that directly happened with Lily and this Pokemon. So while evidence of something like survival instinct can be observed in UB01 or 01, no one knows whether it has a will of its own or any emotions. It's said that for some reason its movements resemble those of a young girl, and that probably would be Lily. So that's just what we have from there. So not going to leave anything else in this video, but if you guys are interested in more information regarding this, stay subscribed to my channel, or subscribe to my channel, because there will be more content just like this, just digging a little bit deeper into Pokemon Sun and Moon, because that's basically what I like to talk about in this channel. So one thing that we can add to this is we found out the Aether Foundation. So the Aether Foundation, they work in the Alola region. The Foundation's goal is to care for Pokemon that have been hurt. The Aether Foundation has constructed an artificial island called the Aether Paradise. That's the island basically in the very middle of the Alola region. There, they not only provide shelter for Pokemon, but also conduct various research projects. It seems that the main character will also be able to visit Aether Paradise during the adventure. So we will eventually make our way to that building, which is probably assumed. I don't know why they had to add that, because I mean, obviously we'll probably figure it out or go to there at one point. So the character Lucamine, the lovely Lucamine, functions as the Aether Foundation's president. So we don't know too much information right now, but that's what she is labeled as of now. Faba, the Aether's Foundation branch chief, sports green sunglasses. They're his signature accessory. He seems very proud of his position as branch chief. Then we have Wick, or Wiki. I believe it's Wyke. I don't know. Wick. The assistant branch chief of Aether Paradise, has a caring personality, so she's loved by all the Aether Foundation employees. So here we have the employees of the Aether Foundation. They just change their outfits depending what division they're in. So what these guys are, they're basically, I feel like they're kind of an anti-Team Skull. So since Team Skull appeared, they need this group to basically protect the Pokemon from Team Skull. That's basically what I'm getting so far. Obviously, they probably have a little bit more into the story than just that, but it just seems like they're kind of combating Team Skull with all the mischievous things that they do, that they're protecting the Pokemon, and that's possibly their main reason right now to be in the story. So another thing we can go into is cool features. So let's just go to the details of the first one. So there will be 2 worlds of Pokemon Sun and Moon. We'll basically get 2 12-hour shifts of daylight and nighttime. So with these 2 times, you'll be able to catch different Pokemon or have a little bit of a story just ripple in time, depending what time of day you may be playing the game. So it's separated by 12 hours. Some Pokemon that appear in Pokemon Sun and Moon are different, including Solgaleo and Lunala, which hold the key to the story. It seems that some of the Pokemon that appear as Totem Pokemon trials are also different. For example, Eradicate, Moon version, or at nighttime, you'll be running into Eradicate compared to daytime or Sun version that you'll be running into Donald Trump, if you want to just call it that Pokemon. But so that's it for this cool feature. So if we, oh, there's a gallery. Let's see what the gallery is. I haven't clicked that yet. Oh, okay, so it just shows the 2 different times of day. So nothing too crazy about that. But let's just go back into the cool features, because there is a little bit more there to be revealed that also was not revealed in the Sun and Moon trailer that we just saw. So this is something that was very interesting. I did read through this already, but it's something to note just why these tiles are Sun and Moon and what to expect, or kind of like their whatever you call it, their reasoning behind making these games. So here we have why I chose Sun and Moon for the titles, and this is by Shigeru Omori. We live on a planet overflowing with life. This Earth of ours revolves around the Sun, and in turn the Moon revolves around the Earth. When you look at the Sun and the Moon from the Earth, they appear to be traveling through the sky in similar orbits. But when you change your perspective, you come to realize that their orbits are completely different. Yet the Earth and the Sun and the Moon are all tied to one another, and life grows and flourishes as they work their influence upon one another. Humans also interact with people of all different kinds. They influence one another and in turn are influenced by others. It is that only through this miraculous balance that we live here as we do. So that's one thing to note. Notice how we have Ash Greninja. Maybe we may have that aspect brought into Sun and Moon, but maybe that could be, well, you guys will see that in the Lily video, but you guys can probably assume what I was going to say there. But yeah, just kind of keep an open mind about that stuff. In these titles, what I want to express is the brilliance of light and of the relationships between humans and Pokemon as they influence one another. That is why that is why he chose to basically name the Pokemon games Sun and Moon, which have so much influence over our Earth. So why the 2 titles take place in different worlds? Between Sun and Moon, there is a time difference between 12 hours. That was our first attempt at making such a great difference between the 2 game versions. In the Alola region, the Pokemon that you may encounter are on the same route can vary between day and night. And so, excuse me, had pizza, just getting the back from it. In the Alola region, the Pokemon that you may encounter are the same route, vary between day and night. So at this time different, so this time difference allows to play. You just get different Pokemon at different times of day. That's basically what it is, and I feel like we've had that in different games. So I don't know why that's so emphasized or at least mentioned here. And if it doesn't stop at Pokemon, some events are also different. So we did go over that already. So why we're so particular about expressing night into the evening. To show the Alola region's rich nature and beautiful towns, we were very particular about the lighting. Thanks to that, the same location can have a completely different appearance depending on the time. Sometimes wrapped in the gentle glow of moonlight, sometimes illuminated by the crimson of the sun setting overseas. So just learn when you guys play this game, just really appreciate all the different details that I've put into this game. That's sometimes people's goal is to beat the game right away. Just enjoy your first playthrough about it. Don't rush through anything. Just enjoy the beauty of the game, because I feel like that's a big thing that they're really stressing. And just notice all the lighting, all the different items, or just the beautiful region. That's what I want you guys to basically pay attention to when you guys play through the game. We've poured ourselves into our work so that you can feel an atmosphere and sense of closeness that makes it seem as though you are in Alola region yourself, which is awesome here because I'm pretty sure everyone wants to live in the Alola region. If I could do that right now, I totally would. So I think let's just check the cool features if there's anything else that there is to note. Oh yeah, this is a big one. We have Pokemon Snap in Sun and Moon. Now, it's not a full-fledged Pokemon Snap, but you are able to go to different locations where you can virtually play Pokemon Snap. Now, it's not labeled that, but that's literally what it is. So if we go and view the gallery here, so you basically do it through your Rotom, which becomes a camera, so you can get the different shots of Pikachu, you get different stats on it, so it's kind of cool how you can go zoom in, get the perfect angle of it, so it literally works the same exact way as Pokemon Snap does. So who knows, maybe if this is a huge feature, maybe they'll bring out Pokemon Snap, but right now everyone wanted it and we managed to pretty much get it. Now we can only do it in certain locations, but at the same time, maybe we don't know how detailed these are. Maybe you're only able to see 4 Pokemon in different locations to try to catch the best picture, which probably could see as being what it's going to be because this is more of a mini game and not a full-fledged game, so it'll probably be a select Pokemon that you can catch, or maybe during the day and night you'll run a different Pokemon, and that's how they're really going to implement it. So a feature known as Pokefinder allows you to take pictures of Pokemon you find. It's loaded into the Rotom Dex. So pretty much all the information I just said, that's basically what it is right here. So it is an interesting feature, and I'm very happy that they did implement something like that because it is something fun that is fun to do. Now they did have picture taking in X and Y Buzz, nothing to the level of this, where you actually have some skill behind it other than just posing, smile, and take a picture of your background, because I don't even remember looking at that once. So we know about that, the Munchlax, Snorlax, new features coming to Pokemon Sun and Moon. I believe this is just getting a little bit older news, if anything, just to make sure. So uncharted locations, we can view the gallery just in case I missed anything. I don't believe I did, but if we just look through this quick here, yeah, so this is all from old trailer. So that is it for that area, and I think we're almost at the end. I'm just gonna go take one more chance. So we did see them. Oh yeah, the Zygarde. So basically all the Zygarde information that we know from the anime, not the game, because we had 0 information on Zygarde from X and Y, but we do have information regarding Sun and Moon. So a pair of investigators, notice how they may look a little bit familiar. If you guys remember, I believe they had some association with Lysander, not Lysander, yeah, Professor, I think it's no, that's the Lysandre, something like that. The Professor of X and Y, I believe these guys had some association with them in the last game, so maybe they just look alike, but I'm not going to take any more information from that. So you basically get this item called the Zygarde Cube, which helps you look for different Zygarde throughout the region, and basically if you catch enough of the core, the Zygarde core, the Zygarde cell form, maybe that will get you to get the actual Zygarde. So there you found a Zygarde cell, so that's basically what you will be finding throughout the region. So I think it's just a little thing that you guys want to pay attention for after you get that, to be able to maybe get to the open up some kind of a path to another part of the game in Sun and Moon. Who knows if that's going to be a main story regarding the Zygarde. That could be a side story, but that could be a part of the main story. We don't know of that yet, but we'll see. So I believe after going over this, I think this is the last bit. One other thing, I did watch the trailer, so as far as that goes, I did notice possibly one other new Pokemon. And if you guys look at this boat, so I'm just going to put the screen up here. If you look at this boat, look in the right hand corner, what Pokemon does that resemble? I want you guys to tell me what Pokemon that resembles, because I've gotten a few answers back, such as maybe like a Basculin or Steelix, but I don't know, it doesn't look too much like that. So that could be a new Pokemon in the game that hasn't been revealed yet, and they decided to make a boat after it. So the last bit of information we have here is Gladian, a new member of Team Skull. This young man lends his strength to Team Skull as an enforcer. He places a high value on being strong in Pokemon battles. His partner Pokemon is the mysterious type Null. So that's the only information that we got extra on Team Skull so far, but he seems more like a rival that you may get in the game. Now, we've never really had a rival from another team other than kind of like the bosses, but that's always as expected. But to get a player like this, he seems like he's kind of going to grow up with you throughout the region and maybe just continuously try to beat you throughout the time. Maybe he only has type Null and just strengthens it and goes from there. Maybe Team Skull had something to do with creating type null. Who knows? We'll see. I guess we'll just have to wait and stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is just the in-depth version of our new trailer. So I'll never really have time to basically get the news out immediately, just for the fact that I'm in school. I have 8:30 a.m. classes. I know normally the news comes out at 8 a.m. so no chance for me ever covering the news right away. But the good thing about this is I get more in depth when I finally get a chance to sit down and record the video. So I hope you guys enjoy that aspect instead of just getting my reaction to it, because you guys probably all have the same exact reaction anyways, and you guys already know the information. So if I can give you guys more information maybe a few hours later that you haven't yet known, I feel like that might be most beneficial to my channel if I get a chance to do so. So today I got a chance to do so here's the video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.